BagFuel, baby.
We're in a pod space that is now the fucking music industry.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
That's what it is.
Because you've been approached by multiple deals. You truly understand the business of podcasting. You know how to monetize it. You know how to monetize it quickly and effectively and efficiently. Can we talk about how podcasting is the new rap game? Because they tried to sign you to a 360 deal. Which is
they is not who you guys think it is, by the way.
No, of course.
360 was somebody that and I'm not gonna say the name of the company. What they offered was a 360. What we got initially offered, again, I just think that we went into doing business with somebody where everything verbally that was agreed upon, things changed, and on paper it didn't reflect. But again, where I've seen the change in podcasting with now video, everyone doing the bonus content with Patreon, having a deal. I mean, I have 6-figure deal with one network and a 7-figure deal with another for 2 different shows. And so where I'm happy where things are, there's still a lot of things that I'm learning too. So I don't want to push out that I know the blueprint because there is no blueprint.
The blueprint is making money off of it right now.
Yeah,
oh, monetizing it, but
standard
it takes a lot of fucking work.
Such as what? I'm not asking
it
to
takes
give
a
your
lot of work.
secrets away.
No, and I don't mind. There's no secrets to me in this space. Like, to me, I'm one of those that do believe everyone can win. So, like, all of my friends know once I'm in a space and my relationships are built firmly, I'll shoot the email introduction. I'll do the group chat. Here's so-and-so. Hope it works out for y'all. All right, take me out of the thread. Like, I'll do the intro to everybody. At this point now, it's up to you to sell yourself.
Gotcha.
It's up to you to, you know what I mean? I can only do so much. Right now, I'm not an agent. Eventually, nigga, I want a percentage. But right now, I just believe that there is enough money going around. There's networks that need talent. I'll do the connection. It's up to you beyond that.
Because right now, a lot of people don't want to work a regular job. They don't want to drive a bus. None of that. They want to be in this space to give out their ideas, their thought process, to make money and live this lifestyle. What is the success blueprint for them?
What lifestyle? That's the thing. A lot of people want to show up on a mic and talk and make all the money.
Yeah, of course.
I know that. And it's just like, nigga, no. Who's gonna upload it to the RSS feeds? Who's gonna post the video? Who's editing it? And so, like, I've had this conversation in development with people recently. Like, so you want to make money, but you just want to show up. That's not how this space works. Like, you have to build the team, and that goes back to the percentage of something is more than 100% of nothing. Niggas literally feel like, ooh, their opinions matter so much. They're stars. So they sit in front of a fucking mic.
Yes, they do.
And they feel like, yo, I'm a star.
Yeah.
I'm about to have the numbers booming. Yo, niggas want to hear what I got to say.
Yep.
And then literally don't realize that, okay, after you show up, who's rendering your audio? Who's making your clips? Who's doing the marketing? Do you have a deal? And if so, who's selling ads? Who's, like, the idea of even monetizing
Even how you title your videos.
Oh, there's a way.
It'll determine if it runs. Algorithms, yes.
Like, you have to have a whole team. So, like, where a lot of people may come in the space and want to be a star, that don't make you a boss. Being a star and sitting on a mic doesn't make you a boss. There's a lot of people that sit on these mics and talk about business and don't know a lick of fucking business. They don't know how to fucking work with people. They don't know how to really lead whoever's amongst their team. Or when you sit in a podcast space, none of my shows am I the only voice, right? So now I have to figure out how to compromise and work with other people. A lot of these fucking stars, the narcissists of it all, don't know realistically how to work with other people. So then what bugs out is if your paperwork is not done effectively with lawyers, then you're also dealing with lawyers. Then you're also working on underlying competition. Because at the end of the day, even if you're on a show with somebody else, they still want to be maybe a mic. They still don't want you to be bigger than them. They still don't really want you to do other things outside of where you make sense for them.
She's spitting bars now.
It just is what it is.
Get out the way.
This turn in our face.
Get out the way and let this girl go.
But I've been in those spaces where even your audience
let her go.
Your audience will do that. They'll sit here and say, "Oh, I hate when this nigga speak. It should only be this." Like, our audience, unfortunately, will do that in our YouTube comments, our Apple podcasts, where say you're on a show with one other person up to fucking 2 or 3 other people. We see pods are anywhere from 1 to 4 people. And then guess. You'll have the audience that is tearing us down. And unfortunately, as a narcissist, as someone who wants to be a boss, as someone who wants to be a star, you deep dive into those comments. So now, where maybe you fucking love doing this show with your friend, now you see, there ain't great comments about this nigga. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this shit with him. Or maybe I could be doing this with someone better. I've also been in a space where I thought the grass was greener on the other side and it wasn't that green.
Can we talk about show chemistry? See, that's something people truly don't understand.
I don't think she believes in it.
No, I know.
I do, but some shit is real, some shit is not.
No. I feel...
You get on this mic, shit get turned on.
No, of course, but...
Yeah, for me too.
Shit get turned on.
Yeah. I'll be over there in the corner, when you turn that shit on, turn that motherfucker on.
Shit get turned on.
Yeah, but there are people who are talented enough that even if they don't fuck with the person, they understand how to work within the chemistry framework. I've seen you do it.
I've talked about, and
done it.
this is where I'll be honest with you, right? Everyone knows, like, I have one show where me and my co-host, we do business together. We have a fucking successful business, and we always make shit work for the business. But we don't have a personal relationship. On the other side, grass is greener or not, I'm in a relationship. I have another pod with someone who I'm so grateful for having in my life. She's been amazing to me, and she's a great friend. But now we've added the business aspect to it. So now, unfortunately, this person serves two different purposes in my life, right? And so now I'm navigating a business with a friend. The other person, where we don't have an extended friendship, we do things just for business. So where I thought, having a business with someone who's just my friend is going to be so so much easier. Sorry, I don't really know how to speak English.
You're going off.
It's even, it actually becomes a little harder. Because like, fuck, bitch, I like you. We hanging out. Sometimes I don't want to talk about business at all. Like, we've done times where it's just like, bitch, can we just go out and eat and not talk business? But then also as a friend who I love, who shows up for me as a friend, how do I come at you and say, as a business partner, maybe there's ways you can improve? And so to me, either side of the coin is not the easiest, but that's where, in terms of this podcast shit, people think it's literally y'all just sitting on a mic chopping in the shit for an hour or two. And there's so much layers of what goes on behind the scenes that's where the friction causes. It's not what's really on the mic at all. It's, okay, who's getting paid and how are we being paid? Who's taking these emails? Who's responding? Who's managing the team of post-production? Like, that's when we go on tour. Okay, who's booking the
hotel?
Who's booking
the flights? Are we staying in the same hotel?
It's all of those things that now causes it's never what's really on the mic. So we can come in here, you funny, y'all got your mind set up, and we know that we can all respect each other's opinion on mic. Cool. The riff in business, in podcasting, in creative is really all the back end shit. It's the how we busting this down. Because how we busting the money down 50-50 if the workload is 90-10.
I like the way she
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then that's where, okay, let's bring the lawyers in.
No, of course. What's a fundamental mistake you made with your business with Joe that you can teach other people? Because to be with that type of personality, right?
Look at him. I knew he was gonna bring it. You see
no,
what
but
I mean?
I don't care about, like, because that's a big business move. So when people see it, they see the glitz and glamour.
Well, not only that,
of the connection.
To be fair to, I still listen to the JBP twice a fucking week. Not a patron, but I still tune in.
It's a great show.
I'm also, and I've been friends with everyone involved, right? So I've known Maul and Rory for over a decade. I've known Ish for a very long time. I've known Ice. I've known everyone involved, right? And of course, we didn't have the best. We also had some drama for our podcast as well under the JBN.
Yeah.
Here's my thing, right? We all came in having an idea, and we all came in as friends, or at least believed there was a friendship. And so to me, where I fully believed in what the show has now become, being a 7-figure podcast, but also in aligning myself with someone who I respected in Joe and what he's been able to do, to me, it was a home run. The problem was, during the lifetime of us being with him, and it was only a year, I don't think, we knew nothing about what was going on with JBP and any,
You're talking about from a business standpoint.
from a business standpoint.
Like what, getting paid or?
Well, no, with Rory
distribution?
and Mal and what was going on over
Okay.
there, to where that was the issue. I believed we were good. We were making strides. Joe wanted to see what we could do without him, and he would come and give us insight on where he thought we should go later. We lost a host amidst that. But aside from that, we received just non-negotiables based on his experience with that. And that's the thing, right? In business, you do until something happens to where you realize, oh, I ain't gonna get burned like that again. This ain't gonna happen again.
What you got?
I
burned
can't
on
allow.
something?
He's talking about Joe.
No,
Joe got burned.
Joe
So-
felt like, and so
PTSD.
Yeah.
there was a lot of PTSD in. He even stopped showing up for us recording because he didn't want to be involved with the guests maybe we had. He wanted to go out of his way with not making anyone feel uncomfortable.
Got you.
And where I felt like there's certain things that should have happened as a network head, he was going through a lot of shit that year that didn't necessarily put us as a priority.
In a great position.
Or in
So
a
it's
great
bad
position, but
timing?
also as a friend, we was like, this is a lot, but we gonna rock with you. We not gonna abandon you like
Abandon you.
everyone else.
Got you.
And that ended up fucking me in the end. So where we chose to stay, me and my partner took a fucking social hit off of
How about
what
a
happened.
financial hit? Do you take a financial hit too?
Me, no. The pod, yes, we weren't getting deals
That's
while we
what I'm
were
saying.
signed. And
So,
so where I'm showing up once a week, I'm in a position where I monetize this shit. If we're not monetizing, let's figure, what are we doing? Otherwise, we're leaving, and I'm going to figure out what to do with this.
Mhm.
Because I understood he had a lot going on, and to where now in hindsight, 100% things could have been done differently. I do feel like we just weren't a priority, which doesn't surprise me. He was rebuilding a show that he's been building for the last 6-7 years, and he had new castmates coming in. He had a new team he had to build. There was a lot of things, and to be fair, at the same time, yeah, I felt like I was put in a real, like in a weird social space because
Awkward position.
even when I signed, right? I announced my partnership with Joe 2 weeks after announcing my partnership with Charlamagne.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they at the time weren't.
Yeah, they were clashing.
And so I look nutty, but also as a woman who stands for women
So how'd
empowerment.
you have both of those going on?
Because I'm that bitch. That's why. That's it. That's it. And that's where anybody questions me for real about who I am. Can't nobody else say they've worked with two of the people that everyone essentially looks up to.
Or want to work with.
Or want to work with. That's why I say that there's no blueprint to this, because Joe has went his route in being in this podcast space. He fucking kills and has money. He just opened his own shit. Then you have Charlamagne, who has been phenomenal and in building a network with the number one place for podcasts, which is iHeart. Like, he's done more of a partnership relationship aspect. And so where even now, where I'm looking at, okay, how do I want to land as an exec in this space or potentially as a network owner? I've seen how two things played out. And I mean, to me, again, it just goes back to A, there's no blueprint. B, everything needs to be on paper. And if it's not on paper, it ain't real.
Sure.
And I think that that's just what it is. There were things that were agreed upon verbally that when things got into that legal jargon,
it gets
it was
scary
like, this
for
ain't
them.
the same. This
I
ain't the
don't-
same. But like, to be fair, everyone, again, just operates businesses differently. And coming from corporate, I feel like I do align a lot of the values in this space with my corporate background.
Me too, so do I.
But you're dealing with artists. You're dealing with personalities. You're dealing with talent that is becoming now CEOs that maybe never had a salary or benefits.
And
you know what I mean?
And you got to look at it like this. I always say this on shows because Sylvia Rohn told me this when I was a manager and I was doing shit. And she was like, you have to be a psychologist too. And I would be like, why? And she used my real name, Randy, because you have to know and think about how these other people are thinking. That's the only way it's going to work. If you're thinking about how you think and how it's supposed to go, it's not going to work. So when I present something, I think about
you ain't. None of us are mind readers. We weren't
Nah,
granted.
it's not
No,
about
it's not
no.
that.
It's
It's
about
understanding.
no. I'm not trying to read your mind. I work with Hynaken. I don't got to read his mind.
But guess what? You work with Hynaken. Guess who you don't work with?
You.
His management or his lawyers.
No, but
or his team.
But no,
You
no,
can't.
but-
Whatever he wants to do, which is the problem too. whatever he wants to do, you can sit here and think, well, I know this nigga. I feel like I know how he gonna move. He has a team
but I
behind him.
wouldn't do that with him.
Well, again, that's my problem.
No, but I know
working
him.
with Joe, working with Charlamagne, I'm working with them individually. Them niggas got a whole team that want him to move how they want
But you
them to
have to
move.
know that they're gonna listen to the team. Now, if you deal with me, I got a team, him, I got a whole manager.
Right.
That nigga gotta listen to what the fuck I say. That's the difference. If he don't listen to what the fuck I say, he's not working with me. So once you talk to me, people look at their team, certain people with their team carry out stuff. When Ghost says stuff or Hynaken says stuff, it got nothing to do with me. I don't even answer the fucking thread. It got nothing to do with me. That's they talk. They just letting me know what's going on. It's not my fucking business. But things that are my business,
Right.
I come in on. That's just how I run my business. If I had to talk to Hynaken, niggas know he gonna call me.
Right.
So you don't even need to talk to him.
I mean, but you also don't want yes men around you. So even if you
and
don't,
nobody
like,
has them. Not
shit.
No, I'm talking about.
A lot of these niggas in this space.
I'm talking.
That's why these niggas. That's why the
Mandii,
baby. Hold on.
I'm talking
the
about
baby.
here.
If we sit here and start, I could run down a list of niggas right now.
I'm talking about in this room, man.
Maybe
cool.
In this room, sure. And you can speak only for yourself. But in this space specifically, where we're dealing with what you said at the beginning of this episode, with egos and things as such, a lot of people, and we see it happening right now with Kanye. We even see Khaled just went on fucking Rap Radar and said, if Drake sends me something, I say it's great.
I just say it's great.
But that's what I'm saying. We're in the space now where a lot of men dealing with egos, there's a lot of men who only want people around them that's going to say what you're doing is great. Right. My point. My point. So where when you're working with someone, there's no you reading the person's mind because they may have a team of people behind them.
I'm not reading their mind. I'm talking about the people. Let's be clear. I'm talking about the people that we're working with. So when you said his manager, that's somebody that he's working with, that they share time with.
Right.
I know how my manager's gonna move. I know how Hines gonna move. I know Ghost is gonna be here on time. I know what they think. I call Hynaken and say, you know what? If you tell Ghost that, you know what you gotta do? You gotta tell Ghost the whole story because Ghost he don't care about that.
Right.
Ghost is gonna birthday. I know how they move. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So I'm just talking about them. Now the rest of the people, nah, I can't think about what you're thinking about. I'm just getting to know who you are. But if you let me spend more time with you, I'm gonna say, I'm definitely gonna say.
Can we grab some food after this? Y'all want to go grab food?
I don't care.
There's a rooftop. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to that.
but we'll say Mandii she not fucking with that. There's certain things
there's certain shit I've told you. I already told you. I know you on time. I remember the day before that studio opened up and you showed me the inner workings of your business. I called him. I said, yo, this bitch is on a different vibe.
Oh, yeah, because
no, and